Yes, I welcome you from the weekend. Yes, good morning everyone. How is home? I hope everyone is fine. Yes, we have come back for our lesson 64 and we are still talking about the location of East Africa, and we started talking about the physical features of East Africa. In the previous lesson we talked about some physical features, but what I want to remind you about these physical features is that these physical features are grouped into two groups, where we have a group of drainage physical features and relief physical features. Drainage physical features, these are the natural landforms that contain water. We have examples like lakes, we have rivers, we have oceans, we have seas, we have streams and others. Then with relief physical features, these are the natural landforms that give land shape. For example, we have the mountains, we have the hills, we have the valleys, we have the rift valleys, we have the plains and others. So we started talking about the relief physical features, and we started with the mountains. Down here for today we are going to talk about still the mountains, because we said we have two main types of mountains, where we have mountains like block mountains or host mountains, and then the volcanic mountains. So we started with the volcanic mountains, and we said that volcanic mountains are mountains that are formed as a result of volcanicity. So when volcanicity takes place, those mountains that are formed are the ones we call the volcanic mountains. So we are going to talk about the types of volcanic mountains. Yes, however much they are formed by volcanicity, but they have types depending on how they behave. Types of volcanic mountains, they are like three. We are going to start with the active volcanic mountains. Yes, you have active volcanic mountains, and active volcanic mountains are mountains that may erupt anytime. Yes, we have those mountains that can still erupt. Those mountains that can erupt at any time. So we call them volcanic mountain, active volcanic mountains. So in East Africa we have a very good example of mountain Mufumbiro, and this one is in Uganda, is found in Uganda. So when they ask you to give one active volcanic mountain, you make sure that you mention mountain Mufumbiro. Then we have dormant or sleeping volcanic mountains. So you can call them dormant, you can call them sleeping. Of course, if something is dormant, if they say you are dormant like in class, it means you are there but you are doing nothing. But you can do something if time you can wake up, like you can say sleeping. So these dormant volcanoes or volcanic mountains are mountains which erupted in the last 500 years and might still erupt in the future. Yes, so they have taken long without erupting, but they can erupt at any time, but they have taken very many years without erupting. So we call them dormant volcanoes. And most of the mountains we have in East Africa, dormant volcanoes. We have examples like mountain Kenya. This one is located in Kenya. We have mountain Kilimanjaro. This one is located in Tanzania. By the way, with the mountain Kilimanjaro, this is the highest mountain in East Africa. It is the highest. If I ask a question, you would see people writing mountain Renzori. No, mountain Renzori is not the highest mountain in East Africa. No, in East Africa the highest mountain is mountain Kilimanjaro, and actually it is the highest mountain of Africa. It is the highest mountain in the whole of Africa, and it is located in Tanzania, and it is a dormant volcanic mountain. Then we have mountain Meru. Mountain Meru is also located in Tanzania. So those are some of the examples of the dormant volcanoes that we have in East Africa. Then we have another type of volcanic mountains, and that is extinct or dead volcano. if they say something is dead, of course we think that thing will never come back in existence. So these ones are dead or they are extinct. And we have a very good example, because we are saying that this mountain is a mountain which have stopped erupting. They stopped and they will never erupt again. So they are the ones we call the dead volcanoes. We have a very good example of Mountain Elgon. Mountain Elgon in Uganda is a very good example of a dead volcano. It erupted and it stopped. It died. Then we have Mountain Moroto, and then after that there is something we have to note here. One, Mountain Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain in East Africa. We have already said this, and we have said it is also the highest in the whole of Africa. Then the peak of Mountain Kilimanjaro is also covered with snow. When we are talking about mountains of Uganda, of course we talked about mountains like a mountain range. That mountain range is covered with snow, and we gave a reason. We said it is covered with snow because its peak crosses the snow line. So the same example, Mountain Kilimanjaro has also got snow at its top. And why? Because it crosses, or its peak crosses the snow line. And then in East Africa, the highest number of mountains are found in this one. There is a mistake here. It had to be in Africa. Okay, let us leave it like that. It is also right. We are saying that East Africa has the highest number of mountains in Africa. Yes, this one means when you see the whole of Africa, it is East Africa that has got very many mountains. Most of them found in Uganda, others in Kenya, and then Tanzania. So when you compare the whole of Africa, many mountains are located in East Africa. Then we are going to see a diagram, of course, showing the formation of a volcanic mountain. How a volcanic mountain is formed. We said they are formed by volcanicity. Let us see in a diagram here how volcanic mountains are formed. First, you can have a land. For me, I've just put there like that when it has been formed, but you can have a flat land like this. Of course, it was a flat land like this one here, from here like this. But after some time down there, we had molten rocks, and these molten rocks are called it's called magma. Yes, hot. They are hot. They are down there, very hot. So when this land developed a crack here like this magma or these molten rocks started coming out of the ground. Then they started powering here out the ground here like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Yes. So we can name some parts of this mountain. That this pipe here is called the main vent. That is the main pipe where magma passes, a big pipe where magma passes. That is called the main vent. Then this small one here is called a side vent. This one is a side vent. Then up there, that is ash. As this magma is coming out with a violent sound, of course it produces a violent sound. It comes out at a very high pressure. Then it pushes out ash. When those who stay near these volcanic mountains, when these mountains are erupting, you can see ash moving up at a very high speed. So this is ash. And then here, down here, there is a hole. We can name this hole that will remain here. That one is called a crater. Then we have these two layers. We have this one and this one. So that one is called lava or ash. One is a layer of lava, another one is a layer of ash. So that's how a volcanic mountain is formed. Yes. So after that, we are going to talk about some of these words that we have used here. What is lava, what is a crater, and so on, and what is magma. Lava is, those are molten rocks on the earth's surface. When these molten rocks come out of the ground, when they reach the ground and they solidify, when we say solidify, it means they cool down. So when these molten rocks come out of the ground, of course they will solidify or they will cool down. When they cool down or when they reach the ground, this magma changes the name and it becomes the lava. So the molten rocks on the Earth's surface are the ones we call lava. Then a crater is a hole on top of a volcano. Then a vent is a hole through which magma reaches the Earth's surface. That pipe where magma passes to reach the Earth's surface is what we call a vent. And then eruption is a violent release of lava, ash and gases on the Earth's surface or on the surface of the Earth. Yes, this is when lava, ash and gases are violently released, or this is when those three come out of the ground in a violent way. That's what we call eruption. Then magma. What is magma? Magma are hot molten rocks under the Earth's surface. Those hot rocks, molten ones under the Earth's surface, are the ones we call the magma. Then volcanicity is the process by which molten rocks or magma is forced on the Earth's surface. Yes, that is the process by which the other molten rocks are pushed out of the ground. It is what we call volcanicity. So, dear learners, we have some questions here. Answer them with care. So we are saying that give two types of mountains. We're going to say some people saying dormant volcanoes. They have not asked you to give the types of volcanic mountains. You give the types of mountains, not the types of volcanic mountains, but the types of mountains. Under which type of mountain of volcanic mountains is Mountain Mufumbiro? What is volcanicity? What do we call the hot molten rocks under the Earth's surface? Name the highest mountain of East Africa. What is a crater? Name the extinct volcano of East Africa. Name one extinct volcano of East Africa. Give one where mountains are important in East Africa. And then give one active volcano or volcanic mountain of East Africa. So that one will mark the end of today's lesson. I wish you a nice day. Bye bye.